And welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Our next guest is an artist and a DJ. On the ones and twos, and he joins us to speak about his latest work. Please welcome to the show, Nicky Enright. Nicky, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Good. Seems like you're sitting in a hotel room or something.
I am.
Yeah, we come from all over the place. Are you in New York at
Exactly.
least?
No, I'm in Paris right now.
You're in Paris. All right. Let me see.
Paris,
What
France.
time is it in Paris? Let's see. Go back about
It is
6 hours. 3 o'clock?
4:35 p.m.
5 p.m. Whoa, okay. So your day is almost done, huh?
Not really.
I understand. Welcome to the show, Nicky. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm an artist and an art teacher.
Uh-huh.
I teach art to middle and high school students, and then I make art and I make music. I make videos. I'm trying to be a global citizen.
Yeah.
Trying to make the world a better place through creativity and sharing creativity and inspiring the youth to be creative.
Yeah. And you do that in New York City or in Paris? Or both?
Yeah, no, and mostly in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
by way
I'm
of
just traveling
Paris.
around. I'm on an adventure right now.
Well, we have a Bronx, Germany connection also. So this is good. This is good. So
Cool.
what
I'm
what
learning German
motivates you?
too.
Say it again?
I'm learning German too.
All right. I say hello in German.
Hallo.
They say it like that?
Hallo.
All right, sprechen Sie
Yeah.
Deutsch. What
Yeah.
motivates your art, and what are the artists that you? Who are some of the artists that you're inspired by?
Uh-huh. Well, I'm very motivated to kind of make statements about the world as it is, the way that we using things that people take for granted,
Yeah.
like words in this case,
Uh-huh.
language, and try and have a kind of shine a different light on it, on things, and make people see things differently,
Hmm.
and like do a double take and think a little further about things that we generally take for granted,
Hmm.
like a national identity, or even personal identity, racial identity, these kinds of things that are basic to our understanding of ourselves, and to try and like tweak it in a way that makes people question rather than just accept,
Yeah. So
you
you're
know,
going in there a
and
little
like
bit, huh?
yeah, and I do that with a lot of different media. So it's
uh,
really a conceptual practice that is not about painting or drawing or photos. It's like using any tools at my disposal
yeah.
to kind of express conceptual ideas. And I would say, like, in terms of artists that I'm inspired by, um, just today I was reading about an interview that James Baldwin had with Chinua Achebe, and I thought, that was very inspiring. And a friend of mine sent it to me, Olubala Williams, also Bronx
Yeah.
artist. And I can be inspired by people like that, writers, just as much as by fellow visual
Yeah.
artists.
Seems like a lot of it is an inside job first before it comes out on the platform.
Absolutely, there's a lot
Yeah.
of thinking and sometimes research that goes into
Mm.
my work
Yeah.
that is behind the scenes.
Well, tell us about your piece, Telempathy.
Telempathy is an installation of 13 canvases, each
Hmm.
one with a word or phrase. And the top one says telempathy, which is a mashup of telepathy and empathy. And it's the idea of having empathy for people on the other side of the world, empathy from distance.
Yeah.
Uh, I think most of the canvases have different word play. The whole show, it's part of a show at Lehman College called The Painted Word,
Hmm.
curated by a great team of curators led by Bart Bland. That is my friend Angela Costanzo, also a Bronx artist. So you can see how big it is. But anyway, the
Oh.
words are like finding words within words, and the colors are like finding colors within colors. But telepathy is the
Hmm.
concept that it's very easy for us to have empathy for our loved ones, our family, our
Yeah.
friends, maybe even a little further than that, our nationality, our tribe, or our religion. but it's much harder to have empathy for who we might consider the other,
Yeah.
in meaning a different religion or different cultural group, people on the other side of the world who speak different languages, and you don't understand them. They don't dress like you. They don't sound like you. But like to develop empathy for those people, to realize that those people are just like your family, that's what's most needed in
Yeah.
this world right now, in my opinion.
I
And
agree.
so that's where this
Yeah.
project comes from.
So this is a piece that's supposed to bring people together, right?
Well, telepathy is the piece that you just put on the screen. That's a whole different world
Yeah.
of motivation behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we'll touch that in a second, but that piece right there, before that, what we just saw, is supposed to be bringing people together, telepathy.
Right.
And how did you
Yeah.
come up with the concept? Did a group of you come together and say,
I
hey, this is
because I
what we need
love.
to do?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, I'm inspired a lot by language. So, like everyone in this show, there's 36 artists in the show, and every one
Yeah.
of them is in some way working with text, with language, visual language. And so, I'm a amateur linguist. I speak a few languages, and I'm always interested in languages, how language functions, and also the messages that are kind of encoded in language, even in the DNA of language, like in the words, like you see there. Like I have the word pacifist. I had never realized that the word pacifist had the word fist in it.
Ah.
And I thought that's ironic, that's interesting.
Uh,
And also it kind of brings up new concepts, like it makes me think of Gandhi's satyagraha,
ah.
which is a forceful kind of nonviolent resistance and fighting for justice, real hard fighting with
Yeah.
a fist for justice, but in a peaceful way.
Yeah.
So, this one word, pacifist, once I highlight the fist in it, it brings up all these other concepts.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Mhm.
Martin Luther, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Of course, he followed
Absolutely.
Gandhi, uh, the
Absolutely.
nonviolent, peaceful
Exactly.
demonstrations and everything.
Yep.
So we did have something up there earlier. Can you put that piece back up there and see if you can touch that? There was a piece that was up there, the last piece yeah, that right there. A man was
Hmm.
lynched yesterday.
Yeah, that one was done in for the Respond show at Smack Mellon Gallery a few
Hmm.
years ago. I think it was 2014. And it was in response to all of the police murders that were going on at the time, the Black Lives Matter movement. And I was thinking about it historically, and you can see right there it says, starting in, can you make it bigger? Can you make the image a little bigger?
Yeah. Starting in 1920, the NAACP would hang a banner from its New York City office, 69th and 5th Avenue, the day after a lynching occurred. They stopped in 1938 under the threat of losing their losing their lease.
Right. And so to me, the way that certain people have died, even in my short lifetime of contemporary life,
Hmm.
is reminiscent of the era of lynching.
Yeah,
And so that piece was a very angry response to that kind of murder.
yeah,
And also making people realize that's been going on for a long time, and like the NAACP was responding to it in a very visual way,
yeah,
in an art way, ultimately.
yeah. But do you believe that art has the power to make change on a large scale?
Yeah, I do. I think art is a lot more powerful than most people think, and it has a huge power to influence the way we see the world. Like artists are involved in shaping how
Yeah,
we see the world, and sometimes it doesn't. You don't even realize that influence until maybe a generation later. But like the art and the architecture of the time, the cultural people, the writers, the poets, the musicians, they basically are some of the leaders of culture,
yeah.
in
They had
society.
just had No King's Day a few, I think about a week ago. Um, so you see a lot of people carrying art and different sayings on posters and banners, and a lot
Yes.
of the media, they pick that up and
Yeah.
they show those all over the world. And you think that
Right.
right there can make a big change in our society?
Absolutely. Protest is one of the major factors of why our society is the way it is.
Yeah.
We've had to protest to have so much of the life that we have now, to have weekends,
There you
to
go.
have 40-hour work weeks, to have children need to be in school and not working in factories. These are all things that came from people protesting.
Yeah. That's right.
And so yeah, of course, and of course, what better way to protest than to use your body, to be somewhere in a physical place
Yeah.
saying I object to whatever I'm protesting against, and also to have a visual symbol of that, a creative visual symbol of that objection, right? That communicates maybe even beyond borders.
Yeah.
Actually, visual images are in a universal language. So, in that sense, the painted word show is limiting itself to language in a way, like I mean, in my work at least, it's limited to people who have a familiarity at least with English language. You know,
Beautiful.
and yeah, in a lot of my work that is text based, there's
I
going to
like it.
be
I like it.
yeah.
So the painted word
Thank you.
show. So, but give us more. You have a website where we can go to find out more about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
is
my
that?
website is lightbolt.net, but
Uh,
the best place to find out more about the painted word is to check out the Lehman College Art Gallery website.
there you go. All right.
Yeah,
So how long are you going to be
yeah.
away for?
I'm back on Thursday.
All right. Well, may God give you traveling mercies. We'll see you when you get back.
Thank you very much. I
You got it.
appreciate that.
There you go. Nicky Enright,
Anyway,
artist, Telempathy, and that whole painted word showcase. Big shout out to your whole crew that's working with you to make it all happen. Thank you for all you do in
thank
our
you very
community.
much.
Thank you.